Good morning, students. This is Sonia Mathur, Associate Professor in Chemistry, JDB Government Girls College, कोटा। आज मैं जो टॉपिक पढ़ाने जा रही हूँ वो एमएससी केमिस्ट्री थर्ड सेमेस्टर का इनऑर्गेनिक पेपर का क्रोमेटोग्राफी पेपर है, यूनिट 3 का कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी। ये जो टॉपिक है इसमें हम जिन हेडिंग्स को डिस्कस करेंगे वो है प्रिंसिपल, रिजोल्यूशन, स्टेशनरी फेज, कॉलम एफिशिएंसी, फैक्टर्स इन्फ्लुएंसिंग कॉलम एफिशिएंसी, एक्सपेरिमेंटल सेटअप एंड एप्लीकेशंस, प्रिंसिपल एंड एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ फ्लैश क्रोमेटोग्राफी। ये हम एक अलग से लेक्चर लेंगे। आज जो हम फोकस करेंगे वो है कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी पे। जैसे कि मेरा प्रीवियस लेक्चर था उसमें हमने डिस्कस करा था कि क्रोमेटोग्राफी साइंटिस्ट माइकल स्वेट ने डिस्कवर किया था, लेकिन पर्टिकुलरली कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी जिस साइंटिस्ट ने डिस्कवर किया था वो थे डी डेवी, और मार्टिन एंसिंजी ने पार्टीशन कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी को इंट्रोड्यूस किया था। अब ये जो क्रोमेटोग्राफिक सेपरेशन ऑफ सब्सटेंस है, अगर उसमें एक कॉलम यूज़ किया जाए और उस कॉलम में कुछ भी सॉलिड एब्जॉर्बेंट पैक किया जाए तो उसे हम कहते हैं कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी। तो इसकी सिंपल डेफिनेशन हम दे सकते हैं कि इट इज़ अ टेक्निक employed for the separation of components of mixture by continuous distribution of components between two phases, that is one phase moving mobile phase over the other which is stationary in a continuous manner. And when this chromatography is carried out in a column, it is called column chromatography. Now, what is column chromatography actually? Column chromatography involves adsorption, partition, ion exchange, and gel chromatography. And the requirements are a stationary phase, mobile phase, sample, eluate and elution. अब ये जो adsorption column chromatography है, here the substances are preferentially adsorbed by adsorbent packed in the column. उसी तरह से अगर हम पार्टीशन कॉलम क्रोमेटोग्राफी की बात करें तो इसमें जो है मिक्सचर के कंपोनेंट्स ये अपने आप को टू डिफरेंट सॉल्वेंट्स में डिफरेंट रेशियोज में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। ये जो कॉलम पैक्ड विद सिलिका जेल और सेल्यूलोस है, they contain significant amount of water. Now this column chromatography components जो हैं वो हैं stationary phase, then second is the mobile phase and third is the sample. इन सब के पहले हम थोड़ा सा इसका प्रिंसिपल डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे कि एड्सॉर्प्शन क्रोमेटोग्राफी का सिंपल प्रिंसिपल क्या है। एड्सॉर्प्शन क्रोमेटोग्राफी इज बेस्ड ऑन द रिटेंशन ऑफ सॉल्यूट बाय सरफेस एड्सॉर्प्शन. This technique is useful in the separation of non-polar substances and constituents of low volatility. In liquid solid chromatography, a solid substrate serves as the stationary phase. Separation depends on the equilibrium established at the interface between the grains of the stationary phase and mobile liquid phase and on the relative solubility of the solute in the mobile phase. तो ये जो solute और solvent molecules का competition है for adsorption side, they establish a dynamic process, and in this solute and solvent molecules are continuously coming in contact with the surface, residing them momentarily and then leaving to re-enter the mobile phase. While being desorbed, solutes are forced to migrate by forward flow of the mobile phase. Only those molecules with a greater affinity for the adsorbent will be selectively retarded. There is a surface energy effect at any interface. Relatively weak London forces exist between nonpolar surfaces and polar adsorbed molecules. They induce dipoles in large nonpolar molecules and increase the existing dipole moments of polar compounds. Between strong electron donors and acceptors, there exist large transfer forces which culminate in the special case of hydrogen bonding. So strong forces arise between covalent and ionic bonded atoms. Adsorption is a physical phenomena. In adsorption chromatography, the partition coefficient Kd is equal to concentrate of solute in adsorbed phase upon concentrate of solute in liquid phase. So this was a brief principle. Now we focus over to the different phases. The ideal property for the stationary phase is the particle should have uniform size, should have high mechanical stability, inert, insoluble in mobile phase used, it should be colorless and should allow free flow of mobile phase. Then the various types of the examples of the adsorbents which are weak, medium or strong, it is given in the tabular form here. The next phase is the mobile phase. Second is the mobile phase. In this, to introduce the mixture into column as solvent, to develop the zones for separation as developing agent, and to remove pure component out of the column as eluent. Then choosing suitable mobile phase example is in increasing order of polarity or elution strength. This is a complete series given of choosing the suitable mobile phase. Then the third phase is the sample. Types of packing samples are dry packing or wet packing. For wet packing of the column, there is a thick slurry of adsorbent in a suitable medium is poured through the open end and it is allowed to settle under gravity until a column of the desired height is obtained. The tap at the lower end is then open to allow the liquid to run out until it just covers the top of the medium. In dry packing, the dry powdered adsorbent is introduced through the open end. Now coming over to the applications. There is a good long list of the applications of column chromatography. These are: number 1, separation of mixture of compounds, then removal of impurities or purification process, isolation of active constituents, isolation of metabolites from biological fluids, then estimation of drugs in formulation or crude extracts, then the concentration of substance from dilute solutions such as those obtained when natural products are extracted with large volumes of the solvents from the leaves of plants, trees, roots or barks, then determination of the homogeneity of chemical substances, then the identification of unknown compounds by column chromatography. Column chromatography is used in the separation of geometrical isomers, diastereomers, racemates and tautomers. The greatest application of column chromatography has been in the separation and identification of inorganic anions and cations, and this is a complete series given here as you can see in the slide. Now coming over to the last but not the least, the advantages and the disadvantages of column chromatography. In the advantages, we can list any type of mixture can be separated by column chromatography with any quantity of the mixture with a wider choice of mobile phase. and the sample can be separated and reused with the automation being possible. But the disadvantages are also some, which can be that the time it is a time consuming method, more amount of solvents are required which are expensive, and automation makes the technique more complicated and expensive. So this is a outline of the column chromatographic technique. Thank you.